Are these our children? The American Broadcasting Company presents Are These Our Children? Half-hour dramatizations of actual case histories taken from the files of juvenile delinquency courts. The names in these case histories are altered, but the facts are not. These events happened today, and yesterday, and the day before to people who did not ask, Are these our children? The file on tonight's case is a small one. In fact, that's the significant part, because the events took place with swift inevitability, not unlike the mechanics of classic tragedy. The index tab reads, Nora Bailey, charge, murder.
Hello, Jim. This is Joe down at criminal court. That Markham murder story's playing like a two-horse parlay. Yeah, we just had a session with the DA. He's an unhappy man. Yeah, sure, he's booked two of them on a murder charge. Our first dope was right. The guy's a sailor by the name of James Hendricks, age 24. The girl's name is Nora Bailey. But here's a hooker. She ain't 23 as advertised. She's only 15. Of course, I'm sure. So's the DA now. I don't blame him. She doesn't look 15 from the bleacher seat. She looks 23 all right, and she's got a streamlined chatter to go with it. Oh, they don't know a thing about her except she's from Kansas City. Get in touch with Ruby and have him run down the records on Nora Bailey. That's right, Nora Bailey, daughter of Frank and Myrtle Bailey. And you might warn him, it ain't going to be a sweet story because little Nora's been through the mill. Yes, sir, little Nora's been through the mill.
Let's go out. I said let's go out. I'm sick of hanging around the house.
Oh, stop it, Myrtle. It's too late to go out. You know that.
Wasn't when I first mentioned it. Well, was it? Stop reading that paper. That's all you do all night, read the paper. You never talk to me.
Huh?
Well, do you?
Do I what?
What am I supposed to do every night while you read the paper?
I don't know, Myrtle. What do other women do?
Their husbands take them out, that's what.
Well, not every night. If they did, the streets would be jammed.
You going to start reading that paper again?
Yes, is that a crime?
When are you going to finish?
I don't know, Myrtle. I haven't the slightest idea.
That's a funny answer to a question. It's after 11. Nora should be home. Well, shouldn't she?
Shouldn't she what?
Shouldn't she be home? Stop pretending you don't hear me.
All right. Yes, she should be home.
Why don't you speak to her then?
I will.
When?
When she gets here, I can't speak to her now, can I?
You don't have to shout. She won't pay any attention to me. You're her stepfather, practically her father.
Practically, but not quite. I'm her stepfather, but I'm not her father.
I don't see the difference.
There's a big difference. You let her wander around the streets. Do something about it instead of being bored with life. No wonder the probation authorities picked her up, wandering around like a little bum.
You be careful, Frank.
Well, isn't she?
You leave Nora out of this.
You drag her in.
Well, you leave her alone.
That's what I've been trying to do.
No wonder she doesn't like you.
How could she with you screaming at me?
You don't care what happens to her.
She's your dish, not mine, Myrtle. She came with a package.
What an awful thing to say.
All right, so I've said it. Stop bothering me with it. You keep her in line.
What do you mean, keep her in line?
Just what I said, keep her in line. Keep her away from every stray sailor that comes along.
You shut up.
I'll shut up when I'm ready. You asked for this.
Get out of here. Get out of this room, you pig. Go on, you pig. Get out.
Where's Frank?
He's not here.
I can see that. Where is he? Out getting snowed?
You shut up.
Well, don't get touchy about it.
It's your fault anyway. Where have you been?
Out.
a fine answer to give anyone. I know you've been out.
Where's Frank? Off in the house?
Nora, you gotta stop tearing around at night. I've warned you before.
Oh.
You always say all right. That doesn't do any good. Frank's right. Picking up with every sailor in town.
Oh, did he say that?
It's none of your business what he said. I'm telling you to start behaving.
He can keep his hands off me. He's not my father, and I'll tell him so.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. I'll tell him to mind his own business.
He's your stepfather, and if it's necessary for him to take a hand, he'll take it.
He'll get his arm handed right back to him.
You little smart aleck.
Oh, shut up.
Well, you little...
You keep away from me. I'm sick of being picked on and pulled apart. First by you and then by Frank.
You do as you're told.
Start worrying about him. I've heard enough about him around this neighborhood. Oh, you'd be surprised.
What are you trying to say?
Well, everybody's laughing at you. So start worrying about him.
You mind your own business.
All right, you mind yours. You haven't done so well.
What do you mean?
You've messed around trying to find a man who'd stay in the house.
You little smart aleck.
You've run through 3 or 4 husbands, and you still haven't got
You
anything.
shut up.
Oh, he's a pig.
Shut up.
You heard me. He's a pig. He's a pig.
You're making me so nervous I don't know what I'm doing. I'm walking around crazy with worry.
Well, here's one less worry for you.
No, I didn't mean to slap you. I just lost my hair.
I'll paste it in my memory book. I'm getting out of here for good.
No, please, Nora.
Stop it. You're breaking my heart. Give me a ticket to Seattle.
Round trip?
No, one way.
That's $18.50.
When does the bus leave?
Which one?
I got a ticket to Seattle, so of course I'm asking about the bus to Key West.
There's a lot of buses out to Seattle. Depends on which one.
The next one. That's the one I'm asking about.
Not for 3 hours. You'll have to wait, I guess. The waiting room's in there. Keep an eye open or you'll miss the bus.
Don't worry. I never miss the bus, mister. Never.
Miss Bailey,
Yeah?
stop daydreaming.
No, I'm not daydreaming.
Well, you're wasting your time then because you're not waiting on the counter. There's a sailor down there.
Okay. What do you have, sailor?
Well, that's good. Besides you.
We're not licensed for a floor show. There's a menu on the wall. What do you have to eat?
I was just making conversation. Oh, ham and eggs, I guess.
Right. Ham and eggs. Toast to plain rolls.
Toast. You're new here, aren't you?
If this is a build-up, forget it.
I just wondered. Yeah, I thought you were new here.
Yeah, I am. Came last week from Kansas City.
Yeah, I thought so. Buddy and I noticed you in here the other day. I always eat here. You see us?
Boy, are you stuck in yourself.
Well, we're in here lots, that's all. My buddy thinks you're cute.
Why is it when you hand a guy a sailor suit, he thinks he's a talent scout?
Well, you are cute. Oh, your name, Teddy?
Yeah. Now, this is a uniform belongs to one of the other girls. They can't keep sewing on new names every week. Mine's Nora.
Mine's Jim Hendricks. What's your last name?
Sailor.
Nora Bailey.
Yeah. I don't like it much, but what's the good of changing? Of course, if I had a name like Myrtle or Gertrude...
Hey, there's a pretty good story about a girl named Myrtle. There's this chief petty officer, see,
yeah,
and...
yeah, I already heard it. Well, kind of a funny story to be telling a girl.
You, go out on dates much?
You from Iowa?
Well, no, why?
You sound like it. You want to ask for a date, don't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
I thought so. That's why I said you were from Iowa.
How about it?
Do I look like I go out with everyone who comes in here and orders ham and eggs? You haven't even been introduced or anything.
When does that ever happen? Only when you're a debutante or something. I'm just asking you out, like asking do you want to buy a shirt or do you want to see a movie? That's simple enough.
Sure. Anybody was to know you came in and asked me out, and I just went out like that. Without ever knowing you. How'd I know I'd be all right?
You don't. Any more than when you cross the street. You might get hit by a car. I just asked you out. If you don't want to go, all right. If you do, all right. It ain't a career with me.
All right. But remember, you're just taking me out on a date. You ain't selling any real estate. Don't build yourself up.
Sure, baby. Just like a box of Cracker Jacks. You can't ever tell. You can't ever tell.
Jimmy, turn around when I'm talking to you.
Huh? Oh, yeah, Nora, baby, yeah.
Oh, what am I, the Black Plague? Start talking to me.
I was just talking to the guy on the other side of me. He did a hitch in the last war.
Yeah, I know. Every one of these drunken old birds has done a hitch in the last war.
Well, he did. He did a hitch in the Navy.
I ought to hear them tell it there wasn't nobody left of the Army. They all did a hitch.
Oh, stop bellyaching. He bought a couple of drinks for us, and they started talking to him.
Always doing a hitch. Every drink they go up a rate. Start out as cops,
Oh,
and
stop it,
an
Cor.
hour later they're admirals. They're running the whole fleet.
Look, Nora, I'm just being polite to this old guy.
Well, you could be more polite to me. You've just been taking me for granted, Jim. Just because we've been going around a couple weeks, you got the idea I'm standard equipment.
Oh, stop being silly, Nora.
Leaving me by myself right here where everybody can come along and make passes at me.
Has anybody been making passes at you, baby?
No, but that don't mean they can't. You got a nickel, Jim?
Yeah, why?
I want to play the jukebox.
It's already playing.
I can hear it's already playing, can't I? But it don't play all night for a nickel. I want to hear wishing.
It hasn't got wishing right. Look.
All right. It hasn't got wishing. Got something else, hasn't it? Oh, I need a drink. Or are you going to tell me they ain't got any whiskey now?
Sure, baby, but you've had enough.
Who are you? The liquor boy?
No, you just had enough, that's all.
I'll decide for me. Anyway, you're not so good.
What's that got to do with it?
Bartender, I want a drink.
Too late. Last call 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you see? It's too late now. You had to be so smart and... Now it's too late. What time is it?
What's after 12, baby?
Closing at that time? I don't know why they let them close at that time.
It's
anyway.
just the law.
Oh, shut up. We'd have had a drink if you weren't so busy being a barfly.
Now, look, baby, it's too late to get a drink here. Don't make any trouble. I'm in uniform.
Oh, you're just taking me for granted, that's all.
Oh, stop beefing, Nora. Now, if you want, we can go up to Mr. Markham's room.
I don't know any Mr. Markham. I think you could get us a drink. You could tell him something.
Of course you know him. I introduced you to him a few minutes ago. Been talking to him ever since.
I don't want to go up to his place.
Oh, you could go up there and have a drink.
Has he got anything to drink?
Well, we're not going up there and distill it. Of course he's got something to drink.
I only asked.
All right, you ask questions like some Supreme Court guy or something. If you want a drink, all right.
Well, let's go.
But you gotta be nice to him, though.
What do you mean I gotta be nice?
You gotta stop referring to him as a dope. You gotta act like you like him.
I don't.
What's that gotta do with it?
Oh, he's dirty looking.
All right, so he ain't wearing a tuxedo. You gotta act like you like him, or we don't go up and drink this whiskey.
So I pretend I like him. Now, are you satisfied?
All right, let's go.
Only I think he stinks in spades. I guess I know when somebody stinks in spades and when they don't.
Just a second till I get the light on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Gee, what a room. What do you do, rent it out to buffaloes, Mr. Markham?
Yeah, I guess this kind of messy. I don't get a chance to clean it up much.
Well, so it's not the Waldorf. It's good enough for a little party.
Sure, just grab a chair. I'll get some drinks.
Boy, what a hole.
Keep still, Nora. He'll hear you.
Boy, if this is an apartment, I'm a brain surgeon.
What do you want? Water or ginger ale?
Ginger ale.
I want water.
Oh, what's the difference? Make them all the same.
I don't see where you get your independence. I want water. I don't see where you get your independence.
Yeah. I fixed one with water.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Here we go. How about some records? Got some good jazz stuff.
Yeah, and I'm going to pick something to eat. Got any eggs?
We don't want anything to eat.
Oh, sure, we got a good kitchen out there. With some eggs we can prepare for the winter.
There's eggs out there, but the bacon is no good.
Now I'll get things started then.
I don't know why he wants to eat. I think that's a crazy idea.
How about some records? You like Jelly Roll Morton?
I never heard of him.
I got some Jelly Roll Morton. Hey, Jim, how'd you like to hear some Jelly Roll Morton?
Sure, he's pretty good. What else you got?
I got most all of them. You're going to like this.
I never even heard of him.
You must have heard.
I know who I heard of. And Jelly Roll Morton ain't one of them.
Listen. How you like him?
I think he stinks.
Oh, he's good. One of the best.
He stinks and stays.
Yeah. Want to dance?
To that?
Sure. What do you say?
No.
All right. He's good, ain't he?
He's still got a wide range of conversation.
Yeah, mind if I sit down?
It's indifferent to me.
You don't mind if I sit down on the couch next to you?
What's wrong with the chair?
Nothing, only I just thought I'd sit here.
Sit yourself.
There's some other good records. You'll like them. I was telling Jim at the bar you're an awful cute girl.
You better stop drinking.
I didn't mean nothing. I just said you were cute.
Sure. Jim, what we got to eat for?
We don't eat now. We're going to be sorry later.
Want to dance, Nora?
I told you once, no.
You can dance to this music.
I don't want to dance. Stop insisting.
Come on, Nora. A little dance won't hurt nothing.
Get your hands off me. I don't want to dance.
You don't have to be stubborn.
Get your hands off. Get your hands off, you pig. Jim, Jim.
Don't start a row.
You filthy old pig. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Get your hands off of you, slumber.
Touch her, Jim.
He did too. Jimmy grabbed me.
Get out of the way, Nora.
Jim, you better stop. Stop, Jim. Jimmy.
One way. You all right, baby?
Jim. Look at him.
Baby, are you all right?
Jim, look at him against the radio.
Yeah, he's all right.
No, he's not. I can tell, Jim.
Huh? Oh, let me see. Wait. Let's get out of here, baby. We're in trouble.
We can't.
Let's get out of here.
We gotta wait for the police. It's our only chance for a break.
Come on, baby. From now on, any break we get is against us.
Southern California. Pick up sailor with ID card and name of James Hendricks, age 24, may be accompanied by girl wearing blouse, plaid skirt, and leather jacket, believed on way to Mexico. Hold for Seattle police. Advise Border Patrol, Tijuana.
Two tickets, please.
Tijuana?
Yeah.
Save your money, lady.
Huh? What do you want?
You. They picked up the other half of the team 5 minutes ago.
What are you talking about?
Look at your boyfriend when he walked across the street.
What do you want?
You're just popular, that's all. Seattle wants you for money.
Prosecution, proceed.
To retrace your testimony, you definitely did not rush from the kitchen with a blunt instrument?
No, I just came running in when Nora screamed.
Are you sure there was no instrument?
Yes, I just hit him, that's all.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How? How can you be
I
sure?
remember. Isn't that enough? I remember.
You hit him and his head struck the radiator.
Yes.
You saw it strike the
Well,
radiator.
it must have.
But you didn't see it.
No.
How do you know it did?
Oh, he was laying over there. It must have.
That's guesswork. You have too much at stake, Henricks. This is your testimony. It's your lifeline. Remember that.
I know. I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm trying to remember. I just can't piece everything together at once.
Try to remember, Henricks. Remember now while you still have the chance.
Oh, please give me a chance to do something. I'm trying, but I can't. I can't get straightened out. Please give me a chance.
He was a pig.
Why did you go up to the apartment then?
To get a drink. You've heard all that. Why ask again?
Because you're a witness. Your testimony means a great deal to the defendant.
All right, let's not keep going to the mat on it every 10 minutes.
You consistently clouded the issue by dodging important questions. When he asked you to dance, why didn't you refuse?
I did.
And yet you were dancing.
We were not. He grabbed me.
You couldn't move?
He grabbed me.
You've both been drinking?
You know that. That kind of strong on me. He grabbed me, and I yelled, and he was a pig, and so are you.
Answer my
question.
question.
He was a pig, and I'm glad he wound up where he did. Now, how do you like that, mister? And I wish I was there when they buried him. I wish I was there to laugh while they threw the dirt in his face.
The verdict in the trial of the state versus James Hendricks, charge of first-degree murder, not guilty. It is the direction of this court that the defendant, James Hendricks, be returned to the Navy for appropriate disciplining. Before releasing him, the bench points out to the defendant his youth, the circumstances of the crime, and his behavior in this court weighed heavily in his favor. Likewise, this bench directs that the defendant, Nora Bailey, be returned by train to Kansas City, Missouri immediately, and to report there to probation authorities. The court also observes that her behavior at the trial and the events leading up to the trial were a grievous threat to the moral order of the community. She was a witness rather than a defendant by capricious fact. She was a minor and therefore not under the jurisdiction of this court. In its final address, the court says of you, Nora Bailey, that murder in its purest form is very often a condition of conscience rather than an accomplished violation of statute. It is for that reason that Cain wore a mark upon his forehead.
Anybody sitting here?
No, they got off at Salt Lake.
Mind if I sit down?
Not my railroad. Go ahead.
How far are you going?
Kansas City. And I'm by myself. Saved me the trouble of asking.
Oh.
That was next on the list, wasn't it?
I guess. I'm going to Detroit. 2 weeks leave and then to Norfolk.
Yeah? What ship you on?
New assignment in Norfolk. And 2 bars mean I'm a machinist mate, second class.
Yeah?
Saving you the trouble of asking. Wonder if there's a club car on the train.
You from Iowa?
No, I told you Detroit.
You sound like you're from Iowa.
How come?
You know there's a club car on this train. The big problem is, would I care to have a drink with you?
So you got the problem. What about it?
Sure. Just don't get the idea you're selling real estate. All you're doing is buying a drink.
Okay. Gee, it's funny on a train when it's getting almost dark.
Huh?
Look out there. All the places look alike, Ann. Like other times you've been on trains, I mean. It ain't like Arizona, Oklahoma, or any other place. It's sort of general, as if you'd been there before, only this very minute.
I don't get it.
Haven't you ever felt that way? Like you'd been here before, only you can't remember when it was, but for a minute you're sure it's exactly the same. Have you ever had that feeling?
No.
Like you've been someplace before?
No. How about that drink, sailor? It's getting dark out.
Well, Nora Bailey's on her way home. Whether the train stops at Kansas City is almost a triviality, because Nora Bailey's racing against time, and all stopovers are quick and transitory. And all events are blurred, invested with the same uncertainty as a vision in an improperly cast mirror. We have asked Mr. George Osowski, Chief Probation Officer of San Francisco Juvenile Court, to review the case of Nora Bailey. Mr. Osowski.
Thank you. I am familiar with the details of the Nora Bailey case. The file has been forwarded to me, and I have had a chance to review it. In violent actions such as this, where the violence sometimes extends to the most minute detail, there are manifold reasons for the fall from grace. One of these is the home. Nora Bailey lived in a house without order, without intent. It was a constantly changing household, depending, for the most part, upon her mother's current caprice. She was born of one set of parents, and by the time she was 12, the marriage arrangement had been altered 4 times, and never with any marked improvement. In each case, she was under the guidance of a stepfather with a limited sense of obligation. In each case, her mother was trying desperately to make the marriage work. So, for more than a decade, Nora Bailey was a secondary issue in the home. In the hierarchy of values, she stood somewhere between an old husband and a new refrigerator. The effect on a young girl was damaging. She learned about the impermanence of the home. She was given a chance to interpret all things as matters of temporary duration. There was no law in the home. There was only a rule of thumb. Do whatever seems expedient. It is not strange that Nora Bailey came to regard organized society in the same way. The law of pragmatic survival. Do whatever seems good for you at the moment. Whatever is expedient. And for one split second in her life, murder seemed expedient to Nora Bailey. Of course, it is presumptuous to lay all the blame here, but it is reasonable to assume that her home life was a contributing factor of real importance, because law begins in the home. And without law, without a norm for the conduct of human affairs, there is only grief. To some degree, that is what happened to Nora Bailey. Turning to the law at that late stage is like a plant long out of season, turning to the sun for nourishment.
We invite you to listen again next week to Are These Our Children? Another dramatized case history from the files of Juvenile Delinquency Court. That's 7 days away. During that 7 days, 8,500 children will appear in a court of justice to answer for their first violation of the law. In Los Angeles, 237 will break the law for the first time. In New York, 584. In Cleveland, 219. More than 2,700 will break the law for the second time. 1,600 for the third time. After that, the figures drop with terrifying speed, because after that, they're either in prison or dead. That's your prospect as a parent during the next 7 days. A short 7 days, which may be all the time you'll have. A week, snatched out of all the dateless months and years ahead, for you to ask, could this happen to my child? Well, it might. The title, Are These Our Children, is used through the courtesy of RKO Pictures. Mr. John Galbraith speaking. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.